So my next question for you is knowing that, there is this representation in the autistic community online, I'm sure you've noticed that there seems to be this term that's just the autistic community. And I know for me, when I first went into the webiverse of autism, I kind of fell for it in the terms of like thinking that there was kind of like this monolithic voice. But after doing a lot of my own investigation, I realized like, no, there's a lot of varying opinions here and it's not as clear cut as one would think it. So, my question for you is, do you feel represented in what people call the autistic community? And if not, how important do you feel that accurate representation is?
Well, so first off, do you mean to tell me that individuals who have black and white and rigid thinking and, lack ability to potentially see things from other people's perspectives have trouble seeing things not black and white and from other people's perspectives? Wow, that's shocking. We can also be sarcastic too, by the way. Um, but, I think if we talk about the autistic community from an online point of view, for people who have jobs and things to do. So I like to do some bad math, I call it. So let's say that there's 6 million people with autism in the United States. And let's just say that half have an intellectual disability. And then let's say another third of that, right? And I'll give you the number. You don't have to do it in your head,
Oh, good.
are under 18. So we're talking about 2 million autistic adults without an intellectual disability over the age of 18 in the United States. Okay. And wait, that's 2 million. There's maybe a couple hundred online that do all of this. So do I feel that the autistic, you know, online really represents the vast majority of people? I mean, no. Um, but do I think that, I think in general that, a lot of people don't have the time or the bandwidth to, you know, spend and to argue and on social media, right? It's so draining too, even if you're so passionate. So it's also really hard for, anyone. I think, you know, there are places where individuals can, just be supported. And I've seen some groups where people just aren't, shit posting on each other. It's not just because I run one of them. But it's just like, don't like judge somebody for not using the correct terminology when they're asking for help, right? Don't like, you know, we don't, who cares what term they use, right? Like you're just so taking away from the purpose of what an individual is asking for, and there's just so many more important things going on. There's so many more injustices that are happening like every second of every day to the millions of autistic people, and I promise you one of those injustices is not knowing you know identity language, which I wrote helped write a very long article about. That like, hey, person first actually comes from a good place. How about we not like treat horribly the people who are like trying to be nice to us? um but anyway, I think, does it represent me? you know I don't know, because I know that there are hundreds of times more people who just don't have the energy, or dare I say spoons, hate that. In order to like try to, if you make one comment that disagrees, right, it will ruin your whole weekend dealing with the flood of comments around it. I can't blame people for not wanting to do that.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Embracing Autism IRL podcast. Check out the full episode on our channel and don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share to help us continue to spread more awareness. And if you'd like to support what we do, make sure to visit our website at autismwish.org and click on Give to find out how you can help our mission of spreading acceptance and awareness. Your generosity helps us sustain our mission, keep our website running, and our podcast going so we can focus on continuing to reach thousands of autism families across the world.